You're talking to the Rolex. Diamond ring watch. Kick stealing. Wheeler dealing. Limousine riding.
Bottles and bitches will leave me back in Venice. The shit I be smoking is highly recommended. This all of my niggas pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here getting the flight ticket.
Who thinks, it's about time this industry got a facelift. So make no mistake about it, this is an official declaration of war tonight. To anyone who wants to get in my way, and anybody who stands in AEW's way. We have a mission. To knock the pillars of this industry on their ass. We ain't reading history books anymore, baby. We writing them. This is what you call a paradigm shift.
Garbage, hot rope, catch a fire, catch a quick when I try. Big pressure, I'm fly. In the ring, you both survive. Yeah, I swerve when I try. Yeah, I swerve when I try. Yeah, I swerve when I try. Give me, you know surprise. Hot rope, catch a fire, catch a quick when I try. Big pressure, I'm fly. In the ring, you both survive.
Yes, folks, we did that. We did that. Oops, my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. We finally here. Bleacher Brothers has brought us to the promised land, and now we can sit here and do what we do best. Welcome to the NFL Aftermath, right alongside my brother from another mother, because apparently I flipped the screens the wrong way again, because that's just what I do. Rocket Reese, this is the OG.
Hey,
The OGs.
new outlook, new theme. Hey, new
swagger.
Yeah,
It just feels good. It feels
yeah,
good.
same aftermath attitude though. Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
man, it's a little, but we may have a little dubs. Hey, Joe Q, what's up, Philly guy?
what up, JQ?
Yeah, the Philly guy speaketh.
And he bringeth all the fun. That being
Uh,
said, folks.
Speaking of fun,
Oh,
wait a minute, I got it. But yeah, I do gotta know like things ain't kind of nice in the Johnson household, but see, at least you didn't get as bad as somebody got on Sunday, and
who breaks out what you be talking about there, Rock Reese? I'm just curious. There's a lot of teams that basically felt the sting, felt the smoke, felt the thunder
yeah,
on Sunday and Monday and Thursday.
I know one who delivered a lot of it, but who they gave it to was the question, though.
That's not even the hard part. That's not even the worst part.
Oh, that's right. It was the team who apparently can't win at home, the Cowboys.
And of course, after everything that a certain Cowboys player had said about how as long as he's breathing, there is always going to be a chance, pulling his best Jim Carrey Dumb and Dumber moment, he decided upon himself with every sense of the word to say, hey, you know what? This is what we go do. We go out there and we go beat the Eagles. We go start out with that. In fact, somebody actually sat here and said that they were going to be barbecuing some Eagles this past Sunday. Now, granted, that barbecue didn't happen. In fact, every Cowboys fan out there should be a little more offended to be a Cowboys fan right now, because I would be all good with all of this right now, except somebody decided to do something incredibly stupid and open their mouth a little further.
Wait a minute. Would that be the same number 11 that ran his mouth last week?
Correct. And the worst part about it is that, to put it as nicely as possible, it got worse. Gentlemen, How you not see the ball? For the record, I will say this now. Um, Cowboys fans, I know you basically are feeling a little beside yourself here, but I want to let y'all know something. That little play by Micah Parsons was the only one I saw in this entire football game, which begged the question: why would Micah Parsons say something like this? Reese, we've been clowning about this one. We've been clowning about this one. We've been going on about it.
Yep.
I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna let you start this because
Yeah.
I'm, I'm kind of, I'm kind of lost here, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
Not as lost as the Cowboys have been the last 4 weeks or whatever it's been, whatever this losing streak's on. But yeah, it's the real deal. Um, Micah, you need to look at your entire team because, like Stephen A. brought up on his birthday, there ain't a damn thing y'all have been doing right, especially in Jerry World. Look, as fact, I need to do a little mathematics here.
The
Yeah,
sun. Oh my goodness, the sun. Oh, the sun. I couldn't see the ball. Come on now.
yeah.
You guys been playing.
Well, that's not
You ain't a
the least
rookie.
of your problem.
You ain't a rookie. You've been playing
Yeah,
this game for a hot minute.
I was about to say. And how many years have they been in Jerry
In that
World?
stadium. I am curious about that
Yeah,
one. Another thing I'm curious on.
that's about like 16 years. But let me get to this. I'm gonna mention all four of their home games that they've had so far. 44-19 lost to the Saints. That was in week 2. Yeah. They lost 28-25 to the Ravens. Mind you, most of those points pretty much came in like garbage time, like when the Ravens actually had like a 28-6 lead or something like that. Yeah.
Even when you say it now,
Week
it's still
6.
laughable.
Yeah. Week 6. 47-9 against the Lions. Then Sunday, 34-6.
Just curious, though.
So,
Why are you giving all these numbers out?
yep.
How many weeks was Micah Parsons on the shelf?
Let's see. At least 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 5 of them.
Okay, so in those five weeks, what 5 weeks did the defense do anything to sit here and make themselves relevant?
Not really.
And in Micah's return, what did the defense do? 34 points. 34 points.
Yep.
They gave up 34 points. This defense that he was so holier than thou about, between Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones, and Trayvon Diggs. When I literally sat here and said that they were no longer called America's team, I stood by that, and I'm still standing by that. In fact, to put it as nice as possible, I called them America's taint. And here is why. Jerry Jones popped up at the mouth a few weeks ago. Trayvon Diggs popped up at the mouth a few weeks ago. Micah Parsons has continued to pop in my mouth. Like his Craptastic at Best podcast, he openly sat here and said, as long as he is breathing, there will always be a chance. I got some bad news for you, Micah. Remember how Trayvon sat here and told us to basically, stay in our lane because of the fact that basically we're sports writers and sports reporters and we basically talk about the recaps and everything else? Micah, you can't do what we do. Your only advantage is that you're on that field. But the fact is that on Sunday, besides your one big play where you guys can even score a touchdown, that's it. That's all I heard. That's all I saw out of Micah Parsons. I didn't hear a peep. And I literally was in my kitchen doing the same little digs that Micah Parsons was doing. And Micah Parsons, you're right about one thing. No, it's crazy. Let me apologize for that. Trayvon Diggs was right about one thing. I can't do what he does. Because the big is that even with all the body parts I've broken, all the body parts I've had surgery on, I will still be that person who will actually go, as be able to sit here and actually run when a ball is basically being thrown. I will put some effort into it. I'll put some stank on it if it comes down to it. This is my problem with the Cowboys right now. Last night, I watched my beloved Los Angeles Rams sit here and choke. And even that performance was not as much garbage as what the Cowboys dished out on Sunday. And as much as Cowboys fans want to sit here and say I'm going ham on them, oh, no. I could go hella ham on you if I feel like it. I could go hella ham if I legit do that. I'm going to be honest.
Actually, you know what's funny is just to finish off a point here. So, I had to do the math. If you could combine just the 4 home games alone, here's how badly they've performed. Cowboys combined in their 4 home games, 59 points.
And how many?
59 points between 4 home games this season.
59 points.
Their opponents, 113 points.
Make that shit make sense. Make that make sense. Because this is what it came down to. Well, granted, Micah and McCarthy both had a chance to sit here and actually, discuss this little. They won't call it a snafu. I just call it a cowboy being a cowboy. While they were basically discussing this one, for some damn reason, it did not work well. Because then you had everybody literally trying to basically clean up whatever Micah was trying to throw out there. While I can sit here and appreciate his loyalty towards his teammates, this is what got Aaron Rodgers in trouble. This is the same thing that got Aaron Rodgers kicked out of Green Bay. It wasn't about him sitting here demanding a trade. They were willing to part ways with him so badly that they just said, we'll send you to the Jets.
Although to a slight point, Aaron Rodgers was kind of right about Mike McCarthy a little bit because, look, McCarthy's still doing the same stuff now that he did in Green Bay.
McCarthy may be doing the same thing he did in Green Bay. But here's the one advantage McCarthy has over everything Micah Parsons says. Mike McCarthy has the one thing Micah Parsons wants so badly, that he wants Zach Martin to have, that he wants his teammates to have. The one thing that basically not a single Dallas Cowboy can even spell right now. Super Bowl champion. That's what Mike McCarthy different from that. For Micah Parsons to actually sit here and say that his teammates have been doing this a lot longer than Mike McCarthy. Y'all the reason why this guy's got gray hairs and a balding spot. Why he's wearing a hat 99.9% of the time he's on that sideline. It's hot in Texas. Nobody wears a hat that damn long. Nobody.
And especially the hot seats, even worse. But that's another story another time.
But there were other games.
That is true.
There was like one game. I think I actually voice chatted with you about that one specifically.
Yeah. How about Sunday night with the most keeping in the state of
my
Texas?
apologies. 2 games.
Yeah.
I sat here and voice chatted you with. My apologies. I thought we were going towards
Yeah.
the one up in Arrowhead like a few hours before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could get to that one too, but it's like let's keep it in Texas for it. Sunday night. Yeah, Detroit Lions didn't have their best game, but the one man who did, Mr. Michigan himself, Jake, was the
Jake
kick I can
Bates,
make Bates.
arguably,
Jake
in my
I can
opinion,
make.
is before you go to it, is Jake Bates pretty much this generation's Justin Tucker? Is it safe to say we can finally sit here and dub him that?
I'd go them. I'd go Vinatieri. Yeah,
I
I'd
mean,
say like Gary Anderson minus that one kick that cost the Vikings the NFC Championship. But I was like, yeah, whatever level you want to put him at, yeah, he that dude right now because yeah, and look at who his two game winners have come against. Just for he knocked off Minnesota's undefeated streak a couple weeks ago. Then he just knocked off the Texans in prime time. In a game where, let's keep it a buck, Jared Goff had one of his worst games as a Lion. But yet, the Lions' defense showed up as, like I said, their offense made plays when it came to it. But then when push came to shove, and the leg of Jake Bates proved why he's one of the greats.
and I will say this again.
By the way, Jake, if you make that a shirt, I want a check.
That'd be accurate. And I will say this again. I said this on Sunday after on that Sunday night game. If y'all believe for y'all shout out that the UFL is not making noise, y'all clearly ain't paying attention to Detroit right now. Jake Bates was a product of the United Football League. So those who basically are like, it's
Go
really
Michigan
football, not gonna be
Panthers.
much good. Jake Bates just showed y'all. He not only is UFL good, but he's pretty much the breadwinner of it right now. He's the reason why basically there's going to be a lot of kickers that are literally out there, probably in their backyards or in the big field across the street. If you happen to live in parts of Arkansas, and y'all know which ones I'm talking about, if you know Arkansas, there are people that are actually sitting here literally feeling themselves. Jake Bates came out of nowhere. There are many people who pretty much didn't even believe in that. Yet Detroit signed this kid before they even sat here and got off the field, and yet here we are now. Jake Bates is doing exactly what is expected. He's going out there and he's shining. And he has the Detroit Lions literally eyeing a potential Super Bowl bid. For the fact that their stock keeps rising, right along with the Chiefs, this looks like the neck and neck Super Bowl we may be wanting. We wanted this last year. We may get it this year. Because right now, the toughest team in the NFC right now is, sorry to say it, respect to the Eagles, respect to the Commanders, but even respect to the Cardinals. Detroit seems to be that front runner. So somebody wants to go off that pedestal. I don't see anybody basically doing anything other than sitting here just showing up and just showing out. Detroit has my vote. Just like they did last year. They were literally that team to beat. They are that team to beat once again.
And I'm about to say, and like I said, yeah, the Lions did not have their best game, but they were good enough to win. And speaking of which, I can say that about the one team who has a better record than the Lions. And now we can mention this one.
Oh boy.
Go to the Red Kingdom, AFC West Showdown, Denver Broncos, who actually had a lead in this game, taking on the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. And
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at it. It's just there is so many ways to lose a close game. But the fact that the Broncos actually held their own against the Chiefs. We called this a trap game literally a month ago. We went through the Chiefs schedule. We literally saw who could possibly be the team that could knock these guys off. And I literally pulled out. I pulled out the Broncos. This was not based off of what they've done. This is just based off of basically what is they're capable of. You know, the Chiefs love a nail biter. They love playing it all the way to the end. However, the Broncos, if there is a way to lose, the Broncos found a way to lose, and damn, it sucked. I'm saying flat out, it sucked.
oh, yeah, well, it was more maybe Broncos found a way to lose. Same way Chiefs keep finding ways to win because, yeah, their defense kept them in it, and then their special teams defense. Yeah, for what it was their special teams defensively that won this game because a blocked field goal, and mind you, a 35 is pretty much like a chip shot. It's like an extra point, pretty much. But by hook or by crook, the Kansas City Chiefs still have that champagne on ice. Sorry, 72 Dolphins. Yeah,
I mean, it looked good. In theory, it looked good. It looked great. It looked like basically this was going to be a win for the Broncos because Bo Nix did exactly what we expected him to do, and the very like I have no words for what happened. However, I do have people that do have words for what happened, and I'm actually going to bring it. I'm going to bring it up to. I'm going to take it over to to KQ2 News out of Kansas City, Missouri, for this one, because let's be realistic. This was something that we did not see coming by any sense of the word, and I'm going to take. Anybody, explain it to me. Reese, please explain it to me. How? How? And bear in mind, I know what's on top of my head. I do. I do.
Mhm.
But please make this make sense. Because this should not have happened. This should not have happened.
it shouldn't have. But let's also let's also forget that right before the end of the first half, Will Lutz missed the 60-yarder. So yeah, there was another missed opportunity for the Broncos. But as far as this kick goes, I've got to give this more to the, like I said, Chiefs preparation because you prepare for these type of kicks. Now, granted, more times than not, offense usually like winds up preventing anybody from the defense side from making a block like that. But that one, that was just timing on the Chiefs because yeah, their defense, yeah,
That was insane.
Steve Spagnuolo just like has this team prepared.
Which
Like,
is actually, it is a good thing, without question. It is a good thing, and obviously the Chiefs understood the assignment, and they got it done. And you can't get and no one can pretty much sit here and say, that the refs pretty much set this up and things like that, because the refs had nothing to do with basically the outcome. The Broncos have been the team that's been like the closest. The Bucks had a shot last week, but even Baker Mayfield knew he was up a creek without a paddle the minute that coin toss happened. Like the look on his face. And I didn't notice this until Chisel Adonis actually sat here and did it. And big ups to Chisel Adonis because he does some damn good work. If you don't know who he is, like him, subscribe him. He is literally a great commentator, excellent comedian. But here's the thing. This is what gets it the most. You can't blame the refs. Not in this game. And a couple of other games, you could blame refs to the cows come home. But this one, not so much. This was literally the Broncos game to lose. And on the last play, they did just that.
Matter of fact, great effort here because they got 3 sacks on Mahomes. They get an interception. Fortunately, running was kind of the issue in this one, but because neither team really ran the ball this well. Actually, the Broncos actually ran better in this game. But yeah.
Here's a crazy off the wall question for you. Who do you know can throw not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 interceptions in one game? Not an Al Bundy kind of moment, but 5 interceptions in one game and still walk out as a winner.
Oh, we just talked about Jared Goff a moment ago. So
this is the one time where basically adversity and persistence pays off, and indeed it did in this. Indeed in the nightcap, because let's be realistic. I was busy making our infamous list of collision. I was busy making up that list that night, and for some crazy off the wall reason, I kept sitting there thinking in my head, Detroit may have to sit here and get dropped. Because I basically said in last week's aftermath that until somebody knocks Detroit off that pedestal, it's game over. There's nobody else that can do it. However, what did Detroit do?
All they do is win. Yeah. All they do. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, they weren't the only ones who found a way to win this week. Because let's go to a game where I actually got to admit, I underestimated somebody. Specifically the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Commanders. And talk about a game that went down to the wire.
I do not even believe this game. And this was probably one of the reasons of why I'm a little shocked at it. This game was good from start to finish. Russell Wilson was doing Russell Wilson things, as my son literally says. Russell was doing Russell things. He looked like the Russell Wilson of old. I don't know if you saw what we saw, but did you see it? Did you see it?
They had because I know like my takeout crew, my takeout crew had the game at work, but I was like this was epic. First of all, just the ending. That Mike Williams touchdown.
Oh.
Unreal.
Picture how happy that fool is. Mike Williams, told by A.A. Ron Rodgers, of the New York Errands, that he was not going to be that guy in New York. That as good and talented as he was no Devontae Adams. Imagine the peaceful, blissful, proverbial mental middle finger he dished out to Aaron Rodgers as he scored that game winner for the Steelers on Sunday.
Yep. I would say like going for the Jets to the Steelers. Yeah, I think that would make most people happy. But I also got to give dap to the Commanders on this one because, like I said, that especially
I'm sorry,
that was a little game.
I'm sorry, they got screwed. I saw that fourth down conversion. Last time I checked, if your knee is on the marker, you down. You don't need to be touched. Like the last time I checked, you take a knee for everything. Knees for touchback, knee for a kneel down. But you telling me that he literally has his knee and his buttocks on the line, and that's not enough?
Dude, actually, I gotta see this play myself because I was like,
And they reviewed it no less. They reviewed and they challenged it, and it. Let's go ahead. Let's go.
oh
Start
yeah,
there.
because it was automatically under 2 minutes. Yeah.
We go sit here and go because
Right.
there was a lot of questions about this
Cool.
play specifically, folks. When I basically say there was a lot of questions, I mean there was a lot of questions about did the refs get it right. So let's find out for sure. And I believe Reese is pulling it up as well. We're gonna sit here, we're gonna run through that, and we just sit here and see if we can actually sit here and find out for sure if Ertz was dead on with his. Reese, I don't know if you have it pulled up, but I mean I'm ready for it if you good.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So folks, this is the questionable play that happened this past Sunday. This was the one that everybody's asking questions on. So yeah, I'll see the marker. Here's the first down marker. We go straight to Ertz, and we go sit here and see what we doing. I want to be able to sit here. Like, he's right there. Hey, we'll run this thing again. I want you to see what I'm saying. So according to the ruling on this play, they are saying that while he was trying to twist, his knee kind of came over and made it short. That he wasn't directly at the marker. I haven't sat here and played like legit football in a while. Like I played, good football, street football, that kind of thing. But here's the biggest thing I'm trying to figure out in my head. Anybody who's played football knows for a fact that literally, if you're seeing the marker and you don't need the yellow line, just that giant red spot where that long giant pole is, where that marker is, that's the first down. So I'm gonna ask you: did the refs get it right?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even after looking at this footage, looking at the other footage, I can't tell you one way or the other. Because here's my one problem with this one.
Yeah.
His knee was at the marker. Ball, I know wasn't, but then here's the thing. Where was he touched? Because while he's turning, I think the ball does get to the marker. And that's going to be, and there's where the gray matter comes into this scenario. And it's like, you and I often say this: do not put situations into where the referees have to make a decision. And it was like, a lot of times they'll get it right, a lot of times they'll get it wrong. Is this one? I would have said this: if there was too much of a dispute, I would have replayed it down, and that way, like, take any question out. So wherever the game clock was, I would reset, redid the down, so that way we either had a clear conversion or we get a clear turnover on downs. So that way, eliminate the gray matter.
Here's my take on this one, and I'm gonna be as legit on this as I can. I went ham on this before. And to be fair, I wasn't taking anything away from Russell Wilson's performance. Let's be honest. This guy was miserable in Denver. He was straight up miserable in Denver. However,
Would you say he had unlimited misery in Denver?
Unlimited misery and diarrhea. Unlimited. Look what he's doing now. This man literally is still getting a check cut by the Broncos, and he's playing probably his best ball. You imagine what Sean Payton is thinking right now as he was sitting here literally getting home and sitting here turning that TV and seeing Russell Wilson smiling ear to ear after that impressive performance against Washington, there is a good chance that he was probably literally throwing up every piece of furniture. There's probably a good chance he's probably stopping at an American Furniture Warehouse by the time this thing is all said and done. However, Russell Wilson is playing his best ball. Steelers play their best game. I literally demanded this for so long for the refs to just let them play. Take the refs out of that equation. You don't imagine how much fun it's like. Yes, you want to call penalties when there are penalties? Yes, but you don't. You only call penalties when you feel like throwing the flags. It's like those flags apparently disappear up the culo afterwards. But after that, we don't hear nothing.
So like Tom Grossi flags, pretty much.
Yes, like Tom Grossi flags. Now, big ups to Tom Grossi because obviously said we started the show with him. We really do because he's always fun. He's fun. Scooter Magruder, fun. These guys are fun. They know what it feels like. Tom Grossi got to be pretty much the most PO person they're playing right now after basically, I believe I saw one of his reactions when he was on live during the Lions-Packers game a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure I'm shocked he didn't like just destroy everything on his desk. However, I gotta get some of that anger management from you guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could have torn my entire man cave apart last night watching the Rams. But there is one thing we gotta basically make clear. Going into Monday night's game, the state of Florida was 0-11 between college, Division II, and the NFL.
Oh yeah, I remember that stat.
They were 0-11 going into Monday night.
First time ever in state history.
So all the Rams had to do, one job, finish the story, finish the game, go out there and play that kind of ball that we've seen the last couple of weeks with Minnesota and with Seattle. What did the Rams do? They played soccer. They played football, not football, respectively. I have never thought I'd see the day where literally I'm gonna tell you how angry I was about the Rams game last night. My Cooper Cup jersey and my Rams flag were in my fire pit last night.
Wait, the Cooper one though? At least Coop showed up though.
The reason that they were in there is because again, we go back to a couple of weeks ago, the return of Coop and Puka, the return of the dynamic duo, the return of Batman and Robin. They stepped up big, and they were big dividends. But DeMarcus Robinson, obviously, biggest thing. Tutu Atwell, biggest thing. But then we get to last night. Matthew Stafford. Your sleep number commercial sucks. Let's make that clear. Guys who do sleep number commercials seem to basically suck that season. Need proof? Dak Prescott did one. I think several. They won at least once a year.
Tim.
How has Dak Prescott been doing? Oh, right. He's about to have season-ending surgery, I think, in about a few hours. Whoops. Matthew and Kelly Stafford did a sleep number commercial. What happened last night? Oh, right. Stafford spent more time giving the ball away than he did actually doing anything. And the very fact that, again, I've been praising high on the Rams the last couple of weeks. He can vouch for that. The very fact that they just did nothing. Their kicker, Josh Carty, actually stepped up. In fact, I know that the one they had at the at the end of the first half, he made the first one. He missed the second one. Why he missed the second one? Because of the exact same person who is the biggest reason of why the Rams were able to even get a touchdown out of it the entire night. Joshua Carty was the MVP of the Rams last night, and they lost to a 2-6 team who had nothing to play for, have been in the basement, and actually looked terrible. Now, seeing how this apparently is going on social medias worldwide, I can't say because I know that Chisel Dons basically likes to use that line. What's that? Hot Tua. He likes to use that. I came up with a different version of that one. I can't say what it is. We'll just say
Yeah,
F.
I saw.
We'll just say F Tua is the best way I can put it. What got me the most about all that, what drove me up the wall, was the very fact that I literally am sitting here watching this mess unfold, and I'm trying to figure out what is the Rams team that was basically going tit for tat with the Vikings and the Seahawks, two teams who actually are still in the playoff picture as of right now. Where they at though? That's all I want to know. But I couldn't get that answer. And that's the part that bugs me more than anything else is the very fact that I look at that scenario. I looked at all of that, and the only thing that ran through my head was they don't want to win. They don't want to win. They didn't want to win that thing at all. I almost felt bad for them. I almost felt bad for the Rams and the actual fans that were there. And just to be clear, how the Louis the Blue Hells can you get Miami Dolphins fans in California? That's Hatfields and McCoys. That's like crossing the line. How does that work?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I swear.
Hey, can I make this worse for you?
By all means.
Do you realize that this is the first year of SoFi Stadium that the Chargers are actually better than the Rams?
Don't remind me. I
Yeah.
am losing my mind as we speak.
I'm still trying to figure out how that happened, but anyway.
I can tell you why. You remember Jim.
Oh.
You remember Jim Harbaugh. You remember Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah.
He's that guy. Jim Harbaugh is arguably one of the best college coaches. He did what Nick Saban couldn't. He found success in the college ranks and the pro ranks. But the Dolphins didn't play like they were coached by Nick Saban last night. They played like they were coached by Mike McDaniel, who had probably, and I'm going to say this nicely, the worst looking Jerry curl I had ever seen in my entire existence. And this is coming from a guy who had a Jerry curl one lifetime ago. Oh, that's a bad memory I never want to have.
Rockets of Soul Glow right there.
That was some serious soul glow coming out of Mike McDaniel last night. I know you saw it too. And you like, no, there is no way. There is no way that can be a good thing. But good God. Who did Michael Jackson called. He wants a Jerry curl back. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Yikes.
Yeah.
But
yeah, speaking of yikes,
Who else getting it?
Hey, I do got one more I gotta get off my chest.
Ah!
Remember how we thought the NFC North?
Joe Q!
Mike McDaniel looked like that 3-day bender with Charlie.
Well,
Joe,
in
that's
fairness,
why
they
he's
were in LA, and by the time the game was over, they were indeed winning.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, but they didn't have any tiger. Well, and they didn't even have tiger blood in them.
I'm almost certain they probably had some tiger blow. Big shots out to Mr. Team Bring It. Big shots to you.
Remember a couple weeks ago how we were thinking that the NFC North was probably the best division in the league right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently one team's kind of forgetting that memo right now.
Let me take a guess. Could it be somebody that kind of looks like this, but then also looks like this?
Yeah.
Oh, I already know who that is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chicago. We calling y'all out now.
Man. I gotta look at this score one more time.
Chris Farley is legitimately rolling over in his grave right now because the Bears went from basically being contenders to pretenders. They fooled all of you.
And John Belushi too while we're at it.
And John Belushi on top of that. How y'all gonna make probably one of the best skits on SNL just more laughable?
Yeah.
Oh, you put in your Chicago Bears. That's how you make it more laughable.
The Chicago Bears in Soldier Field.
My God.
Lost to a 2-7 New England Patriots team, 19-3. And let me repeat that score for everybody who just didn't hear that. The Chicago Bears at Soldier Field only scored 3 points against a New England Patriots team that did not have Tom Brady or
Who?
Bill Belichick?
Who? They lost to who?
The Patriots, who were 2-7 going into
Check,
this game.
please. I can't. Please make that make sense. We were just talking about literally the NFC North being the most competitive. We talk about the NFC West being the workhorse division. We talk about the East basically being a little bit Freaky Friday kind of situation. We talk about basically the NFC South. Well, it used to be that way, but the very fact that now we're playing musical chairs again with the NFC. How is this possible? How? What happened to the Bears? How do you go lose to the Patriots? How?
Yeah, I'm
Patriots
trying to
fans,
figure that out
please
myself.
step up. Step up, Patriots fans. I want to know. I want to
I'll
hear
tell
it.
you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, it would help if you get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sacks on the Bears, on Caleb Williams. And mind you, this is the Patriots defense I'm talking about. Anthony Jennings, 2 sacks. Dietrich Wise, 2 sacks. Jelani Tavai, Jeremiah Farms. No relation to Pepper Charms. Del Pettis. By the way, if I catch Berman, if I catch you using that one, check. Let's see, Del Pettis, Keon White, all with 1 sack apiece. Oh, Brendan Schooler was sacked, so it was actually 9. 9 sacks from the Patriots. That's pretty much how you beat the Bears.
I'm trying
Oh, and
to figure out,
conversely, Jacob Martin was the only one who had a sack for the Bears.
how does it work? They're like, how? This is the thing that gets me more than anything else. Like, how in the world?
That
Because
like I said, that Hail Mary's playing on him.
I'm stuck on it. I'm
said it
beyond
last
stuck
week.
on it. Like, there's no tomorrow. There is no that. We're talking about the New England Patriots, who I pretty much said. I said this at the beginning of the season. They're in a rebuilding form. They're got basically a new quarterback, new coach, new kind of setup, everything else. I knew this was coming to this, but we're talking about the Patriots, and apparently Jarrett Mayo took that comment from Bill Belichick, and he took that to heart. And apparently his team took his comment about calling them soft. They took that to heart, and apparently they made the Bears defense look like the Chicago Cubs in any season where they had 100 plus losses. I get. Well, I understand how things usually go. I know how these things usually plan out. I know how things usually basically go and all that good stuff. But the fact is that the Bears were a playoff contender literally a few weeks ago. Lately now, they've been starting to look atrocious. And they just fired their offensive coordinator, and they're still trying to figure out who's going to be calling plays going forward. But apparently Caleb Williams is going to be that starter. No respect to Caleb Williams. He's trying. He is trying. I give him that much. But still, at this very point, it's just, I have no words. I have no words for it. It's just, it does not make any sense to me. What happens to the Chicago Bears? Bears fans, if you are literally going through all the streams, please, by all means, let me know what the deuce happened, what the deuce is going on, what is going down, because good God, I did not expect to sit here and literally spit out my coffee that day to the fact of the New England Patriots beating the Chicago Bears, knowing full well that next week we're going to have a Super Bowl rematch between the Rams and the Patriots, and I don't know which Rams team's going to show up. Yes, I'll say it. My Rams team is trash. I'll say it. After last night, they playing like trash. And I know that basically we're going all over the place. But tell me when I'm telling lies. You can have an off game. I get it. But don't say that to a Cowboys fan, because apparently you can't tell them that you have off games. Can't say that. Beep, 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 beep. Nope, not happening.
Yeah. With that being said, you know what? I think now would be a good time to take a little breather. But Cap, yeah, we need a video played right now.
And what video you got?
Yeah. I want to see if I could get to the part where this happened, because um, there's actually something funny that happened. All right, so you know how like, well, we talk about Scooter and whatnot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, see, well. I'm gonna set this up real quick.
All right, let's see what you got.
So Scooter had a bet with Tom Grossi. I forget what the specifics were. So Scooter lost, obviously. So he had to do his podcast Sunday wearing a Gritty uniform. Yeah,
so,
Gritty, of course, Philadelphia Flyers. Uh,
so,
all right.
so, so, are we saying that Stuart Magruder is pretty much going to be basically double shafted because he did the gritty outfit on Sunday, and now he's going to be probably doing his premiere for his NFC East meeting for Week 10 in a clown suit, cowboy style.
Yeah, yeah,
I almost feel bad for him. Keyword being almost.
yeah. But I'm gonna tell you this way.
You trying to find it? Is that what's happening?
I'm trying to get to the exact part. Oh, wait, there we go. I gotta. Yeah, I had to cue it up to the right second. So, yeah, apparently at some point in this game, yeah, mind you, the score was 7-6 at this point in time. But
Okay.
then Scooter made himself a little revelation. And let me see if I can share this one. Okay. And let's share. Okay, and
lose this game. Why is Scoots wearing it backwards? Jit. This is not backwards. Is this backwards? No. Maybe. Chat, is this backwards? There's no way. There's no way. Let's plug this back in. Is this backwards, chat? Yo, I think my name shouldn't be on the front, right? It should be on.
Curious. How is Scooter going to feel about this, knowing that clip, that specific clip? I'm not gonna ever let him down. I'm gonna save that to one of my illustrious Bleacher Collision playlists on YouTube, just so I can play it over and over and over. I may even start out the shows with just basically Scooter in that gritty outfit. I want to know how Gritty's gonna feel about it though, because I mean, we know Gritty.
yeah,
Gritty.
and ironically enough, the Flyers actually won. Yeah, ironically enough, the Flyers actually won last night. So yeah, so Scooter's just bringing victory to Philly all over the place. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
But actually, but just to finish that off, the reason I brought that up, I was like, as soon as he changed it, the Cowboys never scored another point, and Jalen Hurts never got sacked for the remainder of the game. Yeah. Just
Oh my
funny how
God.
those things work. See, that was the accident waiting to happen even before Cooper Rush had that fumble at the beginning of the game.
I don't know if we could get any worse than that, because that's just wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow.
yeah,
I'm stuck on that. There's a part of me that deep down inside, in places I may never actually sit here and mention to anybody, that actually sits here and feels bad for Scooter Magruder, because between Scooter and between my bloodline and between my family, damn, that ish is whack. That ish is whack. Y'all should feel bad for yourselves right now. Every Cowboys fan needs to just put their heads back in the sand, just say, "Yeah, we're wrong about this whole being this is your thing." Because yeah, we're kind of wrong on that. However,
Yeah. See, y'all's about as old as that dude from Bar Rescue. Tim, just him.
we ain't gonna go there with that one because
He's
honestly, there
all
are some
out.
bars I'm still okay with going into, and I don't want any of the bars that I still go to now to basically be end up getting exposed by bar rescue. So we're gonna make that crystal clear. But just you did sit here and say,
Yeah.
take a
I know.
step
I
back. I mean, you did. I mean, you pretty much sat here and said something that I, people sit here wondering. We go take a little moment. We go stretch our arms and everything else because this is the debut on the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network. We got a lot of crazy shows. But that one is actually going on right now. So when I say we're pulling in double duty, we legit pulling in double duty. It's not even going to basically what we got coming up. Basically, we got I believe Conversations is coming up. I believe the Stella Report is coming up. Hell, I think even the Bleacher Brothers show is coming up, and there's probably a good chance that our boy JQ might have something cooking for tonight. He might even take the whole time and spend the whole hour laughing at me because of the fact that we lost to the 2-6 Dolphins. I think I'm at a point now where I'm just kind of like, you know what? There's a reason why I wore this shirt specifically. So if I gotta be that Goonie tonight, I will be that Goonie tonight, and we'll take the ball and run with it. That being said, Reese, you might as well go ahead and just get your numbers ready because I had to I had to redo this
All
list
right.
about 6 or 7 times in the last 48 hours, and it ain't a pretty one. And people go wonder about it. And because of the way we are, it ain't gonna be a complete total speed round. We will be giving reasons for why we put teams to where we put them, and there will be a legit reason for it and everything else. So we go take a little quick breather, quick little break there, but we go take a little moment to sit here and take us a little time to. I guess people are kind of wondering why is it that I'm literally hating the Cowboys so much, and there it is right there at 9 p.m. Eastern. JQ's gonna be spending that probably during that time laughing his butt off at me, the Rams fan, because again we lost to 2-6 Miami with a shot at the division on the line. So that being said, folks, we go take a breather, go take a knee, we'll come back to you. We'll just call this halftime because you're gonna see why is it that Bleacher Brothers came for us in the first place. The list of collisions coming up, and
No Diddy.
you'll be gentle. You'll be gentle. If I want to,
Hey, you set
y'all,
yourself up
y'all,
for Cap.
you between you, Joe, Tom, Scooter, y'all go driving and drinking, and it's a damn good thing that basically it is 5 o'clock everywhere right now,
Yeah.
at least for my neck of the woods. We go take a quick break. Y'all want to wonder? Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know the question? Why is it that basically I literally sit here and give the Cowboys fans so much hell? It goes back to one of Scooter Magruder's clips from one lifetime ago where he actually sat here and said some certain words, two simple words. Reese, what those words were?
Yeah. Think they're besides all in. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all in. We gonna be back. We'll be back to you in just a couple minutes. And until then, enjoy. Still by far one of the funniest ones ever. And that's why I say all in. Because that was the thing y'all said. Y'all said it all the time. All in. All in. All in. That's all I heard. I don't know what's, matter of fact, we should make a poll of this one. The most annoying Cowboy statement made every single year. Is it, this is our year or all in? Let's I think I'm basically gonna sit here. I'm gonna go ahead and make that poll up before the day's over.
Or we them boys.
Oh, we them boys. Oh, is that even no? I've already decided that the Cowboys can never call themselves them boys. That actually belongs to the Briscoes. God rest his God rest his soul. This belongs it belongs to the Briscoes because quite frankly, they're the only ones who's actually sitting here actually grinding and putting up in that work. Chicken getting it done. So big job on that. And we go try to make up a nice little wrestling podcast for the weekend. So basically, all our wrestling fans basically wrapped up in that goodish, and we'll actually have some bodies to help out with that one as well. However, I don't know if he's got it ready. I don't even know if I've got it ready. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I don't have it ready because, quite frankly, like I said, this is new territory for us. New territory for all of us right now. And I just kind of feel like I kind of leave it up to the Rocket one. Do you actually have it ready?
I am almost ready. So it's just like I did find like my one team I'm missing, but I am ready to say that line where do you know what happens? Yeah, when you bring us to a new network and then you ask us to put 32 teams together based on however they wound up doing. Yeah.
How good or how atrocious they really are. Yeah. Do you know what happens? You know what happens when they give us the green light to unleash hell all through streaming?
Yep. I think let me see if my buddy Chris may have something ready for us here. Oh, you know what? I think he may. Chris, tell him what they just made.
You just made the list!
This is what I love about it. We can still sit here and do what we do best, but we can sit here and take a ball and run with it. Folks, this is indeed the list of collisions, pretty much the highlight of our shows. Because usually we do this giant size list and everything else. I honestly, Champy, I agree. Champy actually says Cardinals has the most talented offense team in the NFL and says that the Lions and the Cardinals are the two best teams in the NFL. I wholeheartedly agree with that one, especially with the way that they're playing right now. It's almost pretty much accurate. And I had to give it that. We still have to give Washington and even Philly a little bit of props on it. For Washington to sit here and begin this done, rookie coach, rookie quarterback, it's a big deal. Especially with the way Washington has been literally being treated like basically who's that guy? Been kind of treated a little dirty over this one. Oh, the NFC? Yeah. Hey, I'm good with that one just as much. I'm a little stunned at the fact that Baltimore escaped Cincinnati on Thursday night because, again, they have a guy who literally is the god of the ground game, who basically should be that person, in my opinion, who literally I feel like should be an MVP and a Super Bowl winner before he actually retires. And just in case y'all need a little bit of a set on it, because the guy's name, simply put, we all know who he is. Arguably the man who basically took the basketball's posterizing and made it an art form on the gridiron. Oh, Henry! And I know. New network, new rules, but quite frankly, we take the rules and throw them out the window. Because the fact is that, as it said in the intro, this is what is called a paradigm shift. That being said, folks, if you happen to want to play along at home, by all means, all the comments pretty much are here. Have yourself some fun. If you want to make up lists on your list for yourselves, we want to be able to have at that point. I want us to be able to set it up. So that way everybody can basically get their 2 cents worth as far as basically who were the best teams, who were the best. We're going through all 32 teams, we're ranking them all. We're doing it like Yahoo, doing it like ESPN, doing it like NFL, except for one thing, putting our own little spins on it. So now we basically get the audience. Now we get the fans. Now we get the fans involved. There are fans that are kind of looking like, they look at these lists, they're like, I don't know about that one. That's kind of where we come in. So now you guys get to play. So if you are out there, you guys want to throw the little 2 cents worth in about who basically you feel like is the better teams depending on those ranks. You want to throw out the top 10 list? Go ahead. Top 15, knock yourself out. You want to go tit for tat, 32s? 32s all the way to 1? We welcome it. That's why we are the way we are. That being said, folks, Rock and Reese, are you ready to unleash?
Yes, I am, and let's start off number 32. NFL had to, NFL had the Jaguars. Yep. Let's see. ESPN had the Raiders, and Yahoo had the Giants,
How you gonna be in the
and
basement on your
CBS
day
had
off?
the Raiders.
How you
I
gonna
know.
be in the basement on your
But
day off?
yeah, they'll find it. Well, they find a way. All right, number 32 for me. The Bears.
Really?
And
Now I'm curious.
yeah, trust me, I wanted to put somebody else, but I was like, Chicago. Y'all had us saying you were the whole NFC North were going to be playoff bound. And now, for the first time this season, I believe since we had this nice little four-way tie, you're under 500. You lose at home
Oh,
to a Bears team, or excuse me, to a Patriots team. Yeah, I swear right now, y'all would have made Richard. Yeah, I was about to say, with all due respect to Hall of Famer Steve Mongo McMichael, who is battling ALS right now, y'all would have made that man. Y'all would have made that man crook today if you saw the way y'all played Sunday.
in fact, to put it as nice as possible, y'all would have made Walter Payton come up out of the grave just to slap the piss out y'all just to go back in. Jim McMahon would have basically donned on the headband and said, "Put me in, coach. I got my walker right here, but I can still go." That's how bad the Bears were. But they were not as bad as my number 32, which would be no longer the artist formerly known as the New York Jets, now known as the New York Aarons, which is pretty much what they're going to be known for this the rest of this season. Aaron Rodgers, the man whom I called Coach Cancer. A coach's cancer to his career, his time, his tenure with pretty much whatever team he plays for. If there was ever a time to basically sit here and literally not be a Jets fan, this is it. I feel bad for Fireman Eds because one of the most loyal, the loyalist New York Jets fan, and he's got to deal with the atrocity known as Rodgers. I'm sorry, but no, wait, I'm not sorry. Because I called Aaron Rodgers a bum when this trade happened. I called him a bum when he lost, when he basically popped his damn Achilles last year. We all begged him to retire. He chose not to. He chose to come back and stink up the joint far worse than Zach Wilson at a MILF party. Put it out there.
Yeah. And by the way, if anybody's ever seen Zach at a MILF party, yeah, you know how this tend to go. Just saying.
Just watch American Pie. You'll learn all you need to know.
Yeah. Actually, I could actually see him with her, with Stifler's mom, but
No.
Yeah.
Joe Q has state claim to Stifler's mom. Be nice.
I was not aware of that, and now I'm learning way more than I thought I would. But yeah. Anyway,
We digress.
31. Yeah, 31. NFL had the Raiders. ESPN had the Giants. Yahoo had the Jaguars, and so did CBS. Cat Pusher 31.
My 31 is a tragedy that I didn't expect to be this low, but they deserved it. The Los Angeles Rams, number 31.
Wow.
Let's go ahead and spin this quick, folks. AFC East East's Miami Dolphins, 2-6, lose a heartbreaker to the Bills. Haven't played much of anything all season long, and the entire state of Florida was again 0-11 going into last night's. I don't even know what to call it. I can't even call it Monday Night Football because it wasn't that. They could have sat here and literally not shown the whole game, the entire day. Just put Joe Buck and Troy Aikman up there, which would have made it worse than basically having Tony Romo back in Dallas and having Cowboys fans cheering for him to go back on the field. The Rams, y'all deserve this spot. I was hoping to put you on the spot. I had you guys really penciled in at number 2 or number 3 because I almost was sure in my head that there was going to be a win coming out of Monday night. Had I known that basically Matt Stafford was basically still in his sleep number bed, I would have sat here and literally chose differently. I chose poorly. Not this week. Rams, you're 31. Reese, who you got?
I was kind of hoping for a social at this point.
You know.
Because my number 30. Yeah. Yeah. But it goes my number 31. I need a song for this one.
Oh, Lord.
Timmy.
That's what makes this funny. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Some way, somehow, when they count, just wait. They will let you down. The accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. I'm predicting they're gonna be irrelevant. I'm predicting an absolute embarrassment for the last decade and a half. They make me laugh. All the talent that they have is unbelievable, man. Big D, teasing you. This is what they do. The weed show up on cue. Accident, something will go wrong. The accident of the big Jumbotron. Accident, gotta recognize it's a black cat running around that franchise. Same with accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident.
Oh,
There is no better feeling than knowing full well that I say this again. This is why this works out well. Usually we're loaded on socials for this one. And they would be there. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like Cowboys. Yo, win a home game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted. And not to mention, yet again, there was some highlight real wordy stuff. And I was like, yeah, there was this one chick that was like really early in the third quarter. She was like kind of leaning over with her face palm like this and whatnot. And her shirt's like tapping her fingers. So it's like, she kind of was like a little blonde hair. Like, you know who she reminded me of? Remember when the Cowboys lost to the 49ers in the playoff game?
Yeah.
The one black girl was like,
Mm-hmm. Wait. Are we talking about the one with the basically the braids had the little
yeah.
Had that disappointed mama look on her face? Or are we talking about the guy who basically brought
No. Should we talking about the black girl? The black one, the one with the mama look on her face.
Okay.
Yep.
I was really hoping you were going to talk about the scrub who basically brought his side chick and didn't think he was going to end up on camera. I would love for that one.
Oh no, I'm waiting for another one of them type of incidents. But
we know that's probably going to happen again.
Yeah. Oh, especially the Cowboys game, but that's another story another time. But I was like, damn. Hey, here's something we haven't mentioned. Cooper Rush. How did you manage to throw for only? I gotta look at this number because when I saw this man did not throw for more than 5 yards at any point in this game. Like literally, all of his passes.
Hold on.
Like,
you gotta change this up.
Not to mention, we also got a Trey Lance sighting. But that only. What happened?
We got to change this up a little bit. We usually do a long list, folks. We go keep it slim.
Okay.
We've just been informed that apparently we got about a good 5 minutes to go through to go to the remainder of this. So we go skip a good portion of this one because, as I said, a lot of crazy stuff happened. So what we go do? I'm gonna think we're gonna condense this down to basically our top 5. We gonna do what Micah Parsons couldn't do. We go wrap it up. We go down to our top 5 teams.
All right. Let's go.
I mean, yeah, I just got the notification. I didn't even know about
Oh, yeah,
it.
because I just saw we're like 5 minutes ahead. So, Cap, we're at 5. All right. Cap, who you got at number 5?
My number 5, I had to change this over a few times. It's gonna be the Los Angeles Chargers. We said it already. Chargers pretty much are that team. They have been that team. So we go with that. We go basically make it that way.
And my number 5, it went to the Steelers. Like I said, I underestimated them last week. Matter of fact, if I use my exact words, I said this is one time they would not have the will to like come through with a win. And they wound up doing it.
Again.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
Yep. All right,
Number
let's
4.
go. All right, 4. I had the Bills, and I thought that was going to look like a trap game for them, but they actually wound up winning this one. And I was but now it's like they got their touch. I was like, I thought they were going to look ahead to Kansas City, but they kept their eye on the game, and now let's see what they could do against the champs, like at their most vulnerable next week. Cappy, you got a number 4.
You got what you wanted. Here's your social, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4 for us is going to be the Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
I'm with them on it. So we go to our top 3. Like in tradition, we sit here and usually go with basically who's going to be our champion. So big shouts out to a person that I actually haven't been able to acknowledge, Mr. Champion Belts. He's one of those that basically made our number 1 holders title belt. Go to MrChampionsBelts.com if you ever want to sit here and actually take a look at some of his stuff. He's got some good stuff. He can create stuff. Case in point is the belt I'm going to be sitting here just down out to our number 1 recipient for this one. Reese, who is your number 3?
All right. Actually, 3's on you.
Oh, 3's on me? I'm going to give it to the Eagles. Big win in Big D, shrinking them up. Love it. Love it. Love it. That was all I got to say about it. You're up.
All right. 3 for me. Going with the Cardinals. I was about to say, granted, they had to defeat the AA runs to do it, but it was like they are looking dominant in victory. And they're still on top of the West. Yeah.
Number 1, runner-up.
Runner-up. Quote the Ravens nevermore. Yep. Go Baltimore on this one because they knew they were going to be in for a dogfight. And guess what? Yeah, apparently it was the Bengals who, looked like the Bungles and wore that milk bone underwear.
As I said before, it's time to start putting some respect on
And guess what?
Champion.
Yeah, Lamar O'Henry. Yeah,
Champy already said it. Champy said it best. My number 2, my runner-up, is going to be the Arizona Cardinals. This team deserves respect, and they are earning mine, at least. Which brings us to our top dog. And the holder.
Okay.
The holder of the gold. Indeed. My number 1. I don't know if it's going to be his number 1, but it's going to be mine. Jake Bates comes through again in the clutch. And Willie with 60 seconds left, folks. I'm going Detroit.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw somebody online who I was supposed to have a bet with this week, but you know who's my number 1 this week? And damn it, I ain't had the song all year. So, boys, hey.
We'll see you guys next time.
See you.